Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the eerie world of zombies and how close we might be to a real-life apocalypse. Buckle up because this is going to be a wild ride. We're talking brain-eating, flesh-craving, humanity-ending threats. You know, lighthearted stuff. But before you dismiss this as pure fiction, what if I told you that the zombie apocalypse might not be as far-fetched as you think? In the world of video games, movies, and books, zombies have captivated our imaginations for decades. But what if those fictional horrors hold a grain of terrifying truth? Today, we're dissecting the science, the myths, and the chilling reality behind the potential for a real-life zombie outbreak. Get ready to have your brains tickled, because we're about to explore everything from parasitic fungi to viral outbreaks, and even the philosophical implications of consciousness. So, grab your tinfoil hats, double-check your doors are locked, and get ready for a deep dive into the world where fiction blurs with reality. We're kicking things off with one of the most popular video game franchises of all time, and with the recent HBO adaptation taking the world by storm, it's safe to say that The Last of Us has officially infected us all. But just how realistic is the cordyceps brain infection that turned humanity into monstrous clickers? Well, here's the creepy part. Cordyceps fungus is a real thing, and it does actually infect insects, manipulating their behavior and turning them into, well, zombie-like slaves. So, while we might not see clickers roaming the streets anytime soon, the underlying principle of The Last of Us, a parasitic fungus manipulating its host behavior, is more fact than fiction. And that, my friends, is a chilling thought. Next up, we're traveling to the Black Mesa Research Facility, where things have gone horribly wrong. That's right, we're talking about Half-Life and the infamous head crabs. These creepy crawlies are the stuff of nightmares, leaping at your face and taking control of your nervous system. But could something like a head crab actually exist? The idea of a parasite burrowing into your brain and controlling your body might seem like pure science fiction, but nature is a strange and wonderful place. There are actually real-life parasites that exhibit similar mind control abilities, albeit on a less explosive scale. Take the Toxoplasma gondii parasite, for example. This microscopic manipulator infects rats, altering their behavior to make them attracted to the scent of cat urine. Why? Because the parasite can only reproduce inside a cat's intestines, so by controlling the rat's brain, the parasite ensures its own survival. Now imagine a parasite evolving to target humans instead of rats. Could a head crab-like creature evolve to control our actions, turning us into mindless slaves? It's a terrifying thought, but not entirely impossible. Of course, in Half-Life, head crabs are also known for their explosive tendencies. While we haven't encountered any exploding parasites yet, the idea of a parasite causing such violent reactions in its host isn't entirely far-fetched. Some parasites can cause seizures and other neurological disturbances, so who's to say what the future holds? Now let's talk about a classic Resident Evil. From the moment we first stepped foot into that creepy mansion, we knew we were in for a wild ride. And at the heart of it all is the infamous T-virus, a bioweapon that transforms humans into flesh-eating zombies. The T-virus, created by the Umbrella Corporation, is a chilling example of how scientific advancements can go horribly wrong. But could a virus like this actually exist? Well, it's complicated. Viruses are constantly evolving, and we've already seen viruses like rabies affect the nervous system, causing aggression and even paralysis. So the idea of a virus manipulating human behavior isn't entirely outlandish. However, the T-virus goes a step further, causing rapid mutations and turning humans into monstrous creatures. While we haven't encountered any viruses capable of such drastic transformations, the potential for genetic manipulation and viral engineering is a real concern. The development of bioweapons is a terrifying reality, and the potential consequences of a virus like the T-virus escaping containment are too gruesome to contemplate. So, while the T-virus itself might remain in the realm of fiction, the threat it represents is very real. Chapter 4. Left 4. Dead, the Green Flu, a familiar foe. From the twisted minds behind the Half-Life universe comes another terrifying take on the zombie apocalypse, Left 4 Dead. This time it's not head crabs or bioweapons we're dealing with, but a highly contagious and incredibly deadly pathogen known as the Green Flu. The Green Flu spreads like wildfire, transforming its victims into grotesque, mutated monsters with an insatiable hunger for human flesh. It's a classic zombie outbreak scenario, But what sets the green flu apart is its speed and ferocity. Sound familiar? That's because the green flu shares some striking similarities with real-world pandemics. Just like COVID-19 took the world by storm, the green flu quickly overwhelmed society, leaving chaos and destruction in its wake. While the green flu's mutations might seem exaggerated, the rapid spread and devastating impact of a highly contagious virus are all too real. In a world grappling with the aftermath of a global pandemic, the threat of a new and deadly virus emerging is a chilling reminder of our own vulnerability. Chapter 5: Mass Effect, Synthetic Zombies, and the Reaper's Harvest. We're blasting off into space for this next one, exploring the vast and dangerous galaxy of Mass Effect. While the Reapers, a race of sentient machines hell-bent on galactic extermination, are terrifying enough on their own, they also have a nasty habit of turning their victims into cybernetic zombies known as husks. These husks are created by the Reaper's technology, which harvests organic beings and transforms them into mindless, cybernetically enhanced soldiers. It's a chilling example of technology being used for horrifying purposes. While we might not have to worry about giant sentient spaceships harvesting humanity anytime soon, hopefully, the concept of synthetic zombies raises some interesting questions about the future of technology and warfare. As artificial intelligence and robotics continue to advance, the line between man and machine becomes increasingly blurred. Could we one day see armies of robotic soldiers controlled by a central intelligence? It's a terrifying thought, but one that science fiction has been exploring for decades. Chapter 6: Worms, Parasites, and the End of the World. Ever wanted to play God, or rather, a god of destruction? In Plague Inc., you take control of a deadly pathogen with the goal of wiping out humanity. It's a morbidly fascinating game that lets you explore the terrifying possibilities of pandemics. One particularly disturbing plague you can unleash is the Neurax worm, a parasitic nightmare that infects the brain and spreads through its host's bodily fluids. Sound familiar? That's because the Neurax worm takes inspiration from real-life parasites that manipulate their host's behavior for their own benefit. While the Neurax worm might seem like something out of a horror movie, it highlights the very real threat of parasitic infections. Parasites are masters of manipulation, often controlling their host's actions in subtle yet terrifying ways. So, the next time you feel a sudden itch or a strange craving, just remember, it might not be you who's in control. Chapter 7: Magic, Necromancy, and the Undead. Our journey into the world of zombies wouldn't be complete without a trip to the realms of fantasy. In games like Baldur's Gate, zombies are a staple enemy, often raised from the dead by powerful necromancers. While we might not have to worry about necromancers summoning hordes of the undead, or do we, the concept of magic and the supernatural has captivated human imagination for centuries. From ancient myths to modern fantasy novels, the idea of a force beyond our understanding holds an enduring appeal. But could there be a scientific explanation for the magic we see in games like Baldur's Gate? Some theorists believe that what we perceive as magic might simply be advanced technology, or a deeper understanding of the natural world. Whether you believe in magic or not, the undead hordes of Baldur's Gate serve as a reminder that sometimes, the scariest monsters are the ones we create in our own minds. Chapter 8: Are we already living in a world of the undead? Prepare yourselves because things are about to get philosophical. What if I told you that some people around you might already be zombies? Not the flesh-eating kind, but philosophical zombies. Don't worry, I haven't gone off the deep end yet. Philosophical zombies, or P-zombies, are a thought experiment exploring consciousness. Imagine a being that looks and acts human but lacks any conscious experience. They don't feel emotions or have any inner life. They're essentially biological robots. How could we know if someone is a P-zombie? The truth is, we can't. It forces us to confront the limitations of our understanding of consciousness. While P-zombies are hypothetical, they raise questions about reality and what it means to be alive. So the next time you're walking down the street, take a look around. Can you be certain they're not just really good at faking it? So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the terrifying world of zombies, from parasitic fungi to bioweapons, cybernetic horrors, and even philosophical thought experiments. While the zombie apocalypse might seem like the stuff of fiction, the truth is, the line between reality and imagination is often blurrier than we think. From the real-life parasites that control their hosts' minds to the ever-present threat of pandemics and the rapid advancements in technology, the potential for a zombie-like outbreak in some form or another is not entirely outside the realm of possibility. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more intriguing content. Stay safe and keep an eye out for any signs of the apocalypse.